Hello everyone, and welcome to Truong English Podcast. I'm very happy to have you here today. This podcast is designed to help you improve your English naturally through listening to clear, practical, and engaging English, whether you're learning English for school, work, travel, or personal growth. Take a deep breath, relax, and enjoy today's English listening practice. Now, let's get started. In today's episode, we'll explore the resilience of human spirit amidst societal challenges. In this episode, you'll discover how people demonstrate resilience in the face of adversity, overcome social challenges with determination, and find hope even during difficult times. As you listen, pay attention to the key ideas, useful vocabulary, and academic expressions that will help strengthen your English skills. Listen carefully, notice the new vocabulary and useful expressions, and enjoy today's reading at a natural pace. Now, let's begin. The resilience of human spirit amidst societal challenges. In the rich history of humanity, there have always been people who show great skill and strength in facing challenges. These individuals, often described as clever and quick to act, help to drive progress even during hard times. However, their journeys are often filled with moments of longing for the simpler times of the past. For instance, consider the story of a cancer doctor, also known as an oncologist. These doctors face the tough task of treating a deadly disease. They often have heartfelt talks with patients who feel sad and hopeless. While they work hard to provide strong treatments, they are deeply affected by the emotional moments they share with their patients. These moments can bring frustration, as science still struggles to cure certain types of cancer. Even so, doctors and patients are not alone in their journey. They are supported by everyday people who may not fully understand the science but offer valuable emotional and moral support. These ordinary individuals, quietly strong and kind, are the foundation of any community. They honor the bravery of those fighting against all odds, standing by them and showing solidarity. Likewise, people who manage to succeed in tough situations are not only creative but also willing to study and learn about their challenges. They carefully think about their decisions, weighing the good and bad before taking action. Even when they face criticism from those who do not understand their methods, they stay focused, driven by a desire to improve and make progress. It is important to note that not everyone is naturally quick or sharp. Many people struggle to understand complicated ideas, but this doesn't mean they lack determination or courage. In a world where being connected to others can both help and harm, there are times when people or institutions step down from their roles. This creates a gap that can be filled by either selfish individuals or those who truly care about others. However, actions taken in these situations are not always praised, and some may even harm the reputation of earlier efforts. The strength of the human spirit, however, is not only seen in big actions or heroic acts. It can also be found in people who, though caught in difficult or unfair situations, act out of a need to survive or protect their families. These individuals remind us of the lengths people will go to when faced with hardship. Overall, whether it's the tall mountains that symbolize the challenges we face or the reckless choices of those who ignore the larger picture, the human spirit survives. By working together and staying hopeful, we can overcome despair. Even in the darkest moments, there is always a spark of creativity or a smart solution that leads us forward, reminding us of the sacrifices and efforts of those who came before us and continue to inspire us to build a better future. That was our first reading for today. Now, let's move on to the second passage. As you listen, pay attention to the main ideas, useful vocabulary, and sentence structures. Let's continue. Our second reading today is titled The Vigil of Windermere, a Town's Unyielding Spirit. In this story, you'll follow the people of Windermere as they face unexpected hardships with courage, unity, and unwavering determination. As you listen, pay attention to the descriptive language, useful vocabulary, and the inspiring message about resilience, hope, and the strength of a close-knit community. Now, let's begin our second reading. The Vigil of Windermere, a Town's Unyielding Spirit. In the peaceful town of Windermere, life had always been calm and easygoing. But suddenly, a series of burglaries broke the quiet, leaving the town in fear. The once friendly streets now felt unsafe, and the people began living in constant worry. Every sound at night made them nervous, as they feared for the safety of their homes and lives. At the center of this small town was Mr. Hawthorne, a man known for his kindness and careful nature. He was a strong and dependable figure, always paying close attention to the town's needs. However, even he felt frustrated and angry about the bold crimes that had disturbed his beloved community. The townspeople were upset and unsure of what to do. Meetings at the town hall, which were usually calm, turned into loud arguments. People debated whether they should take action themselves or trust the authorities, who seemed slow to respond. Tensions were high, and neighbors who once got along now disagreed strongly on the best way forward. Among the loudest voices was Mrs. Hargrove, an older woman known for her grumpy attitude. She insisted that drastic steps were needed to protect the town, but her harsh words only made people more upset. Mr. Hawthorne, as usual, tried to calm everyone down, asking them to think carefully before making any decisions. Despite his efforts, the townspeople couldn't agree. Some wanted to discuss every small detail, which delayed any real progress. Others were too afraid to take risks, and the fear of making the wrong choice made the situation worse. One night, while patrolling the streets, Mr. Hawthorne saw someone moving quietly in the dark. At first, he thought it might be one of the burglars. Gathering his courage, he approached the figure, only to discover it was young Tommy, a boy full of energy and curiosity. Tommy was trying to gather clues about the criminals to help the town. While Mr. Hawthorne admired the boy's bravery, he knew it was far too dangerous for a child to be involved. Realizing how fragile the situation was, Mr. Hawthorne decided to try again to bring the community together. He called for another meeting, urging everyone to put aside their differences and work as a team. His wise and kind words inspired the townspeople, who finally began to cooperate. Together, they came up with a plan to protect their town and help the police catch the burglars. The plan was risky, but the townspeople worked together to set a trap for the criminals. When the burglars fell into their trap, they tried to escape, but the townspeople were too strong and determined. In the end, the burglars were caught, and peace returned to Windermere. The experience had been difficult, but it brought the people of Windermere closer together. They realized that their strength wasn't in individual acts of bravery, but in their unity. By standing together, they overcame their fears and protected their town, proving that even in tough times, teamwork and determination could lead to victory. Excellent! We've just finished our second reading. Now, let's move on to our final reading of today's episode. Now it's time for our third reading, The Challenges and Triumphs of Modern Education. In this passage, you'll discover the opportunities and obstacles that shape modern education, how students and educators adapt to a rapidly changing world, and the important role of lifelong learning in achieving success. Listen carefully, pay attention to the key vocabulary, useful expressions, and the main ideas presented throughout the passage. Let's begin. The Challenges and Triumphs of Modern Education. In the past few thousand years, education has changed greatly. From learning through apprenticeships and oral traditions in ancient times, we are now entering a new era of digital learning and global connections. This change brings both challenges and successes, shaping the way we learn today. One of the biggest challenges in modern education is the loss of traditional learning methods. Technology has made online courses and virtual classrooms popular. While these are convenient, they sometimes reduce the quality and depth of learning. Students often feel overwhelmed by the huge amount of information available online. Without proper guidance, they might lose interest in studying. Schools now focus more on seminars to help students adjust and make good use of new learning tools. The field of educational technology, known as EdTech, has grown a lot. New tools like AI for personalized learning, translation software, and online platforms for global collaboration are now common. However, students need strong digital skills to handle the large amount of information online. If they are not careful, they may come across false or misleading information, which can harm their learning. Another problem is ensuring the accuracy of information. With so much knowledge available, it is important to verify what is true. Teachers now stress the importance of critical thinking and checking sources. This is especially necessary for difficult subjects where errors can cause confusion. Despite these challenges, modern education has achieved many successes. One major success is the increased availability of quality education. Students from all backgrounds can now access excellent resources, often for free. This removes barriers like location and financial difficulties, creating a more inclusive learning environment. In some cases, students feel more confident to share their thoughts anonymously, which can lead to richer discussions and a better understanding of topics. Modern education also offers a wider variety of interesting topics. Ideas like lifelong learning and critical thinking are central to many courses. Interactive tools and simulations make learning more exciting while keeping the quality high. Even industries like agriculture have benefited, with courses teaching modern techniques to farmers. These programs help students balance new knowledge with traditional methods, promoting a thoughtful approach to learning. Teachers have also taken on new roles. Instead of just giving information, they now guide students in learning on their own. This helps students develop skills that are useful not merely in school but also in real-life situations. Teachers play a key role in encouraging students to love learning and preparing them for future careers. However, there are still significant obstacles that need to be addressed. Issues such as online privacy, cyberbullying, and unequal access to technology continue to challenge the education system. Not all students have access to high-speed internet or the latest digital devices, leading to disparities in learning opportunities. At the same time, the risks associated with online platforms, including data breaches and exposure to harmful content, require schools to implement strict cybersecurity measures. To ensure students' safety while integrating new tools, schools must develop clear policies for digital use. Awareness programs, cybersecurity workshops, and counseling sessions can help students navigate the digital world responsibly. Teachers and parents also play a crucial role in guiding students, teaching them about online ethics, and providing emotional support when they face digital challenges. Beyond technical issues, behavioral changes among students are becoming more noticeable. Many students experience frustration when dealing with slow internet speeds or unfamiliar software. Some even develop feelings of envy toward classmates with better gadgets, which can affect their confidence and engagement in learning. Such behaviors, if not addressed, can lead to distractions in the classroom and hinder academic progress. Modern education stands at an important point, offering both great opportunities and serious challenges. Technology has the potential to improve learning but must be managed carefully. By focusing on the positive aspects and solving the problems, educators can create a system where students not only succeed academically but also grow as individuals who can contribute to society. Balancing technology with traditional values will be key to shaping the future of education. That brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope you enjoyed today's 3 English readings and learned some new vocabulary, useful expressions, and ideas along the way. Remember, improving your English takes time and consistent practice. Keep listening, keep learning, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Truong English Podcast, and share it with your friends who are also learning English. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, and have a wonderful day.